Hey guys, with the decade coming to a close, I wanted to make a series of videos that profiles my top 5 favorite Kung Fu films in the last 10 years. Is this on? Okay, so my number 5 favorite Kung Fu film in the last 10 years would be Dragon. Dragon is a weird movie. It's like a hybrid of a detective flick and a Kung Fu movie. It's like someone tried to put a Kung Fu essence film into a detective movie, and I think it works pretty well. Number 4 on our list is another Donnie Yen flick, Flashpoint. This one revolves around a detective again, but more in a grittier, modern sense to it. This one focuses on a more modern take on a detective story. It focuses on a detective who's trying to take down the 3 biggest gang syndicates in China. Donnie Yen is that detective. And then this movie has some of the best, I guess the best way to call it is realistic style fighting. He uses a lot of MMA style fighting, grappling techniques, ground techniques, striking techniques. I mean, it's just all over the place. The cinematography, the fight cinematography in this one is just unreal. The fighting style and the fighting choreography in Flashpoint, I would describe as realistically good. Like, you still obviously know people don't fight like this, but there's more realism to it than your standard Peking Chinese opera fighting style. We'll play a few clips so you can get an idea of the difference in how the fighting style in Flashpoint differs from your standard Golden Harvest films from the 70s, and you'll see a drastic difference. Come on! Come on! Flashpoint for me is number 4. A lot of people might not like it, but between the simple storyline and the great fighting sequences, I mean, this falls as definitely one of my top 5 Kung Fu films in the past decade. So number 3 on our list is True Legend, which was made in also 2010. And guys, this is one of my favorites. And it's because it puts fantasy and Kung Fu together the best way I've ever seen ever done. True Legend focuses on a general who's fallen from grace after he's won a really famous battle. What happens is his brother-in-law, who's also a Kung Fu master, studies this dark art, and I can't remember the name of his technique, but he has when he activates the technique, his blood veins turns black and he can poison you just by touching you. He does this to his brother-in-law, which is the general in the beginning of the film, and he takes a hit. I mean, he falls hard. So as they're fighting, he loses the duel, and it takes him a while to develop the courage and the strength to start practicing martial arts again. The fight scene at the very end is spectacular. I mean, the fight scene throughout the movie is spectacular. Okay, guys, last 2, and these 2 are phenomenal. If you've ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely see it. So number 2 is Kung Fu Killer. This one was filmed in 2014, and the premise is there is a martial artist who is hunting down other great martial artists and challenging them. But the cop sees it as a serial killer because he is literally killing all of these people. They release Donnie Yen and they hire him to go hunt this guy down. Simple storyline, straight to the point, but whenever Donnie Yen and this serial killer meets, I mean, there's just an explosion. The choreography is so well done that it's just crazy. There's a scene in there where they're fighting on the side of a highway, and they're using both avant-garde weapons. I think one of them has a razor blade and the other one has a pipe. And the way that they use those weapons just blows my mind. If you've never seen it, check it out. Last and final on my list is The Raid. Let's just combine Raid 1 and 2. They're both equally as good. Same director, same fight choreographer, same star. Is really, really phenomenal. The Raid focuses on, well, at least the Raid 1 focuses on a SWAT team that goes inside of a building to take out or just extract a local drug lord. The drug lord puts a hit out on the SWAT team inside of his building because he owns an entire building, and the SWAT team have to make it out alive. The premise was so good, they used that same premise for Dread when they came out with a reboot for it. Exact same storyline. It was that good. So that's my top 5 favorite Kung Fu films in the last decade. Comment down below, let me know what's your favorite. I'm planning on making another set of top 5s. I believe my next one's gonna be, I don't know if I'm gonna make any more. Maybe not. Maybe this is gonna be my only top 5. But regardless, Kung Fu movies are my favorite. I love talking about them. I love watching them. They're just so visceral. I understand that the stories do take a hit, but sometimes you need just to escape and just watch something for the fun of it and not have to actually analyze a film, because that can be very taxing sometimes. So until next time, guys, I'll see you on the flip.